There are things I've never said to you, things I should have said from the beginning, but didn't, because saying them felt cruel, or unnecessary, or just impossible. But you deserve to know the truth, not the polite version, not the version that protects us both, the real truth about this marriage, about us, about what this is and what it will never be. This is the conversation we've never had and probably never will, but it needs to exist, even if only here, even if you never hear it, on our wedding day. I should have told you this. I didn't choose you. Not the way people choose each other. When love is involved, I didn't wake up one day and think, she's the one. I didn't feel my heart race when I saw you. I didn't imagine a future we'd build together. You were chosen for me by people who measured compatibility in alliances, not emotions, in strategy, not connection, and I accepted that choice, not because I wanted to, but because refusing wasn't an option. You should have known that from the start, not discovered it slowly, painfully, through the distance between us, through the formality, through the absence of intimacy. I should have looked at you that day and said, this marriage is duty, not desire. I will respect you. I will honor our commitment. I will be present in all the ways that matter publicly. But I cannot give you my heart because it was never part of the arrangement. That honesty would have hurt, but it would have been kinder than the slow realization. The one you've lived through, the one where you discovered, piece by piece, that this marriage was never about us. It was about the system, and we're just the people living inside it. You need to understand what this marriage is. It's not partnership, not in the way most people understand partnership. It's function. We function together. We produce heirs. We maintain image. We fulfill roles, and in those terms, we're successful. We've done everything expected of us. But success in this context doesn't mean happiness. It just means stability. And stability is all this marriage was ever designed to provide. We are appropriate together, respectful, compatible in all the ways that matter to everyone else. But we're not connected, not emotionally, not intimately, not in the way that makes marriage feel like more than obligation. And that's not your fault. You've done nothing wrong. You've been exactly who you were supposed to be, patient, graceful, dignified. You've never demanded more than I could give. You've never complained about the distance. You've accepted this marriage for what it is. And I'm grateful for that, but I also know it's cost you. I see it in the way you look at me sometimes, not with anger, with resignation, like you've accepted that this is all it will ever be. And that acceptance, quiet, uncomplaining acceptance, that breaks something in me, because you deserve more. You deserve someone who chose you, someone whose life had room for you emotionally, not just structurally. Someone who could love you the way you deserve to be loved. I'm not that person, not because you're lacking, but because I entered this marriage already empty. There's something else you should know. Before you, there was someone else, not officially, not publicly, but emotionally she existed, and I loved her. The way people love when they choose freely, when connection comes first, when the future feels open. I lost her, not because love ended, but because duty demanded it. And when I married you, I was still grieving her. I know you felt it. The distance, the absence, the part of me that was never fully present, that wasn't about you. It was about her, about the version of love I experienced once and lost and couldn't replicate, not with you, not with anyone. Because that kind of love requires something I no longer have, freedom. I entered our marriage carrying her memory, and I still carry it, not because I want to, but because I can't let it go. She represents the last time my life felt like mine, the last time I chose something, the last time love existed without conditions, And losing that, losing her, hollowed me out. So when I married you, I brought an empty version of myself, functional, respectful, capable of fulfilling duty, but incapable of the intimacy you deserved. That's not fair to you. I know that, but it's the truth, and you deserve truth, even when it hurts. When I look at you, I see someone who deserves better, not better than me as a person, but better than this arrangement. You're kind, you're patient, you're everything the system needed you to be, but you're also invisible, not because I don't see you, but because the system doesn't require me to. It requires me to respect you, to honor the commitment, to maintain the image, but it doesn't require connection. So connection doesn't exist. And I watch you live inside that absence. You fulfill your role, you care for our children, you attend events, you smile when required. But I know you're lonely, I can see it in the way you exist beside me, but never with me, in the way you've stopped trying to close the distance, in the way you've accepted that this is all it will ever be, and that loneliness, your loneliness, is my failure, not because I don't care, but because caring isn't enough. This marriage doesn't run on care, it runs on function. And function without intimacy creates exactly what we have: two people living parallel lives, close in proximity, distant in everything that matters. I wish I could give you presence, real presence, not the kind that shows up at events, but the kind that shows up emotionally, the kind that sees you, hears you, knows you. I wish I could give you the version of myself that existed before duty consumed everything, the one who was capable of vulnerability, of spontaneity, of connection without calculation. But that version is gone, replaced by the crown prince, the role, the performance. I wish I could give you hope, hope that this could become more than it is, that we could grow closer, that intimacy could develop over time. But I can't, because I don't believe it. This marriage will remain exactly what it is: functional, respectful, distant, and I can't pretend otherwise, not to you, not anymore. I also wish I could give you freedom, freedom to leave, to find someone who could love you fully, to build a life based on choice, not arrangement. But I can't give you that either, because leaving isn't an option, not in our world. So you're trapped, just like I am, in a marriage that serves everyone except us. I need you to know this. Your value is not measured by my ability to love you. You are valuable as a person, as a mother, as someone who has fulfilled every expectation placed on you. My inability to connect doesn't diminish that. It just reveals my limitations, not yours. I also need you to know this. I don't resent you, not even quietly. You didn't create this situation. You're just living inside it, same as me. We're both trapped, just in different ways. You're trapped in a marriage without intimacy. I'm trapped in a role without freedom, and neither of us chose it. We're doing the best we can with what we have, with what we were given, and that has to be enough, not because it's good, but because it's all we have. This marriage will never be a love story. It will never include the intimacy you see in other relationships. It will never feel like partnership in the emotional sense, but it will be stable. It will be functional. It will fulfill the purpose it was designed for. And maybe that's enough, not for happiness, but for survival. We'll continue side by side, raising children, fulfilling roles, maintaining image, and we'll do it with dignity, with respect, with the quiet acceptance that this is all it was ever meant to be. That's the truth about our marriage. Not romantic, not fulfilling, but sustainable. And in our world, sustainable is the only kind of success that matters. This is the conversation we'll never have. The truth, I'll never speak to you directly, but it exists in the distance between us, in the formality of our interactions, in the absence of intimacy. You deserve to know that the distance isn't personal, it's structural, built into the foundation of a marriage that was never about us. I can't give you love, but I can give you honesty, even if it's only here, even if you never hear it. This marriage is duty, not desire, function, not feeling, and we'll live inside it respectfully, distantly, permanently. That's the truth, not the one we show the world, but the one we live with every single day. If you've ever lived inside a relationship that functions but doesn't fulfill, you understand. Some marriages aren't built on love, they're built on structure. And structure, while stable, is never intimate.